this was the biggest lesson in my life when it comes to working your ass off to get what you want. And also though, believing in yourself and believing that you can do it and letting that belief really guide you through all that rejection and all of those no's and help you keep going.
And now you're traveling, you're experiencing this dream, right? Up to that point, you're getting all this experience of stage time and timing and confidence, and everything's building, everything's working in your favor. What happens one day? It just runs its course and they're like, hey, we're done with the show? Or do you say, hey, I'm leaving, I got other things I want to go try and attack?
Yeah.
And how did you end up on VH1?
Yep. So I had this boyfriend at the time and I was on the road, and I was realizing after a year on the road, I was like, this is tough. I don't know if I want to be a gypsy. I don't know if I want this life. Like, I know I love performing. And this is another thing about, you may get everything that you've ever wanted and then realize that it's not really what you want. But you got to get the thing in order to realize that it's not what you really want. You know, and that's the same for relationships, for businesses, for jobs, for you may have this dream and this purpose, or maybe something that somebody told you that you should do and you work so hard to get it. And then you realize the gift in getting it was, okay, that was great. I realized I learned all this stuff along the way, but I realized that that's not really what I want. And I was like, I think I need to leave. And I think there's other things that I need to do. I was getting paid shit. You know, yes, I was doing my dream. I was performing. I loved it. But it was hard. It's hard to be on the road. It's hard to go from hotel room to hotel room to hotel room. So I leave after a year and I go back to be in this relationship with this guy, and I start auditioning again.
He ain't no Chris.
He ain't no Chris.
He ain't no Chris.
That's absolutely sure. Okay. So we go back, definitely not a Chris. And he was, let's just say, not the greatest boyfriend in the world. Pretty toxic relationship. But I wasn't the person that I am today. I didn't have the mindset that I have today. And I was like, oh yeah, this is the life that I'm supposed to have. This is the life my parents want for me. Really a hedge fund trader, you know, like finance guy, you know, that whole scene. And I was auditioning and he just wanted me to audition. He didn't want me to work. And I'm like, great, I'm going to just become an actress. And one of the auditions that I went on was for this heavy metal TV show on VH1. And I'm like, amazing. I just played this rocker chick on the road for a year. I'm going to get this part. So I have to tell you about the audition experience for that metal show because it ties in with like everything that I teach, another lesson that I learned in entrepreneurship. So I go to this audition for this heavy metal TV show on VH1. I don't like heavy metal music. I don't know a thing about heavy metal music. So the night before, I'm like Googling who are the bands. I don't even know. Like, who's Black Sabbath? Who is all these people? And trying to learn as much as I possibly can to know what to say in this audition. And then of course I put on this costume and I like tease my hair. I'm like, I'm going to be the most metal chick you've ever seen in your life. I go in and there's like real metal girls in the waiting room, like with leg tattoos. And I'm like fake metal girl. I'm like, I got my metal shirt, like my Van Halen shirt at Bloomingdale's, and they got theirs at like a real Van Halen concert. Okay. And I go in and I'm trying to remember all the things that I studied about heavy metal, and they could see right through me. They knew that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. But I, you know, was like chatting with them and saying, oh, I like everything from Black Sabbath to Beyonce. You know, I like everything. And at the end of the audition, they said to me, oh, Jenn, it says here on your resume that you do a great Britney Spears impersonation. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I left that on my resume at the bottom because it's funny because I do. But I wouldn't put that on there for a metal audition. And I was like, yeah, thinking in my mind, like, I already ruined this. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I do. Can we see it? And so at my That Metal Show audition, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to be myself. Like, I like Britney Spears. So I do my Britney Spears impersonation. They all laugh.
I put you on the spot right now. Could you do it?
Yeah, I could do it for you.
All right, come on. I want to see it.
All right. I did not, we'll do Baby one more time, just the beginning. Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right, yeah.
Oh my God, that was so good. Hey, that was really good.
Thank you. It was better back in the day when I was singing all the time.
I think that deserves a IG follow.
Does it?
Yeah, they need to go follow you right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I just did. I don't sing for everybody on everybody's podcast, by the way, only for you.
I know, I love it. That was actually really good. So you busted that out and they were like, oh my gosh, she's wild. She's fun. She's willing to do crazy things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So out of all those girls that were probably really metal, they call me and they give me the part because I was myself. And that was my reminder to myself that every time you just show up as you, that's what makes you different. That's what makes you stand out, not being what other people want you to be.